Over this last year and going into the fall elections and even probably into early next year, one of the biggest things Becker County has to deal with is its jail facility. As many people might remember, earlier this year when the state did its annual inspection of the Becker County Jail, unfortunately it found the jail deficient in many areas and basically said that these areas needed to be addressed or we wouldn't be able to operate the jail much longer. We're on a couple-year window, but it sounds like coming this year we want to have a game plan in place and then get it going over the next few years. One of the options that Becker County was looking at was trying to maybe partner up with the neighboring county, such as Clay County or Hubbard County. Unfortunately, there were many things that came up that just don't seem to make those viable options, mainly cost and the transportation back and forth, plus Hubbard County's unwillingness to guarantee the number of beds that really Becker County needed to have guaranteed open to them in order to make this work. So what is Becker County's options? Well, they've got a couple options. One would be to build a new modular jail. One would be to build a new completely freestanding jail facility on its own. Another would be to adjust or revamp the jail facility that currently sits above the Becker County Courthouse. When you kind of look at the dollar figures involved right now, it's tough to really quantify which might be the best, but I think we're probably going to end up leaning towards building a brand new jail. Now, some people might be frustrated with the jail right now as it is, saying, well, why do we want to spend that much on a jail facility? I've even had some people say, why doesn't White Earth kick in some money considering a large number of inmates do happen to be tribal members? I think right now about 45% of the jail inmates in the Becker County Jail are members of the White Earth Reservation Tribal Nation, although they make up around 15% of Becker County's population. I know White Earth at times has talked about a jail facility up in the White Earth area, but at this point I haven't heard anything going forward on that. It was a couple years ago when they were looking into that, and I haven't heard anything new about that in the last couple years. But when you look at the dollars right now, as of this month, Becker County has spent well over $300,000 on housing jail inmates outside of the county, mainly in Hubbard County. In fact, we have no female inmates that we can house here because we can't separate them from the most violent offenders to those that might just have a check fraud charge on them or something in line like that. Well, by the end of the year, we're probably going to be close to $500,000 spent to house jail prisoners somewhere else. And another thing the report found is that our jail is extremely inefficient. We need to have probably twice the number of jailers and staff in there in order to run it safely as compared to a much more modern jail facility. Combine the number of dollars we're spending right now to house prisoners outside of Becker County plus the savings in jail staff, you're probably getting pretty close to what it would cost for a bonding each year for a new jail. Now, I hate spending money, tax money, when we don't have to be quite frank. However, one of the active roles of government, I do believe, is law enforcement and housing of our prisoners. We keep prisoners locked up in jail for the safety of society as a whole. They need to be separated from society because they pose some type of danger. That is a benefit that benefits everybody on the street. And I do want the jail to have something locally in Becker County. For the family members that live in the Lakes area, so they don't have to go so far to visit their family, they should have some access to them too. But we do have to have some protection from them. That's why we do have to have some type of jail. The state mandates us to pay for it. We have been forever. But it is up to Becker County to decide what they want to do with their jail and what they feel is best. Just right now, by looking at the numbers, I don't know how we can get away from building a new jail. But only time will tell. And it sounds like we should know what the county wants to do by election time.